Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. We're the odds couple. It's week 9 in college football. It's Monday, the 24th. We're talking with Troy West from allplayswin.com. Got his take on a couple of these early lines of the week. Washington and Utah is the first game we're going to discuss. Right now the line is Washington minus 10. Maybe this line will move. I don't know. If it does, might be in Washington's favor. Mike Brenner, you've already gone public with, gone official with a pick on Washington minus 10 and the first half, right, Mike Brenner?
That's right. I feel very good about it, and I'm sure Troy's got a good read on it as well. Chris Peterson has this team coached up to where they believe they're champions each and every week. My man, I don't see this as a close one.
Look, I mean, they crushed Oregon on the road, but their other road game, as we've noted in earlier weeks of these shows, they went to OT as a double-digit favorite. So, maybe it's just that Oregon is so bad that it made Washington look a little bit better than we should assume them to be here on the road at Utah. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I don't think that Utah's all that good. I think they got a stout defense, but I don't see a confidence level with this team. And right now, confidence is everything. You can't measure it, and this team is absolutely rolling. It doesn't matter what field they play Utah on. I'm telling you, it's just going to be a wheelbarrow and shovel game.
All right. Well, Troy West from TroyWins.com, I think, can shed some further light on this. Troy West, Joe Williams is back for Utah at running back, and he's doing great. 10 points. Is that too much?
It's a lot of points. There's no doubt about it. And you got to remember, College game day is going into Salt Lake City. Not that that means anything, but that is going to rile up this crowd. This is something that Utah has not seen for a long time, something to be excited about. Kyle Whittingham has got his team playing good football right now. But to piggyback on a lot of what Mike said, this Washington Husky team has got its fate going to the national championship. This is one of the best teams in the country all the way around. They kind of took the foot off the gas against Oregon State, but they were up 31-0 at halftime. This team has really beaten down everything that stepped in its way, other than, like you said, Pete, the letdown they had against Arizona. But they know what's at stake at this game. This game's been circled on their schedule for quite some time. Chris Peterson addressed me today. He said this will be by far their toughest test, and it will be. It's a very tough place to play. You know dang well Utah's going to be ready to play, but I do believe Washington has more talent. I like Washington. It's going to be a tight game, but I still do think they win by 10 to 15 points. I'll take the minus the 10. I do think they're going to win about 31-17, 31-20, something like that, but I will take Washington in this one. It's going to be a great football game, but they're outmatched. Utah's outmatched.
All right, Troy West agreeing with you, Mike Brenner, liking Washington, but definitely doesn't seem as enthusiastic as you are. What's your take on Troy's take?
Well, no, Troy, Troy's realistic too, and Utah is good, but I'm telling you, I've been doing some reading up on Peterson for the last few weeks, and this guy is absolutely a genius psychologically, getting into his players' heads. His quarterback's playing amazing. I just don't think Utah has enough fight to put up with this team, and I think they're going to bring it early. I really think they're going to bring it early.
All right, well, Mike Brenner liking Washington, doesn't think it's going to be that close. Troy West also liking Washington, thinks it's going to be a little closer, but both of them in agreement. I'm still trying to figure out what I think about this one.
But, I think you need to jump in. This is a four-seater, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's Washington's the obvious. I mean, you see this a lot in college football when, an elite team, doesn't cover as a massive favorite against teams that they way outclass.
But then this Washington team is in a place they haven't been maybe ever.
Exactly. And then when they go on the road as like a double-digit favorite against a team that seems good, they wind up covering easily. Is that what you see happening here, Troy?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think, like I said, don't think it's going to be easy. Anytime College game day shows up, that's a big deal for these kids. It's a big deal for the community. That's going to have that place rocking and rolling probably 2 times it has all season long. They know who's coming into their house. Kyle Whittingham's a fantastic coach. They'll be ready. But like Mike said, too much talent here for Washington. The quarterback plays too good for them. And Utah has not seen a defense like Washington either. And that's why I think it's going to be close. The reason I think it's going to be close is because of the crowd, but I still think it's a 2-touchdown game. That's why I like Washington.
All right, Troy, minus 10, Washington. Troy, tell us a little bit about your website, TroyWins.com.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, we've had a very successful college football season, 64% in college, 59% in the NFL. We've had winning week after winning week. Come take a look at what we're doing at TroyWins.com. One-stop shop for all your handicapping needs. I truly believe it. Best customer service in the industry.
Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, Troy.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.